Good morning, everyone. I was tasked to have my discussion on the topic vocabulary. Understanding, developing, and teaching vocabulary effectively. Once again, I'm the discussant, Rolly D. Peralta. Now, before we proceed, of course, we have to have the learning objectives on what we are going to learn and what we want our students to learn as well in our classroom. Firstly, we have to define vocabulary. The second one is to identify types of vocabulary. And the third one is to explore vocabulary teaching strategies and how these become effective in our classroom setting. And lastly, of course, we have applying activities and examples in classroom setting. So later on, we will know the different strategies of teaching vocabulary and how this would become effective in our classroom. So first, we have the question, what is vocabulary? So it refers to the words people understand and use in listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So as you notice, these are the terminologies we always hear when it comes to the matter skills that our students need to master. So why is vocabulary important? The first reason is it improves one's comprehension. The second one, it enhances communication. The third one, it supports reading fluency. And lastly, we have it develops academic success. So these are the importance of having a wide vocabulary, particularly for our students, so that they will be able to understand what they are reading and they will be able to express as well themselves when it comes to speaking. Now, there are types as well of vocabulary. The first one that we have is what we call the listening vocabulary. The second one is the speaking vocabulary. The third one is reading vocabulary, and lastly, we have the writing vocabulary. So we will be exploring these types of vocabularies later on, and how are we going to integrate them in our classes or in our lessons. Here is a sort of example on how we use vocabulary. For example, here we have the word resilient. Of course, the students might not know the meaning of the word resilient. That's why we have provided here the meaning of the word. So the meaning of the word resilient is able to recover quickly from difficulties. Of course, meaning is not sufficient for the students to understand everything. That's why we have provided here a sentence example in which it says, the resilient student continued studying despite challenges. But as you can see, the way how I presented this vocabulary example is not suitable for all the students, because not all students will be able to understand what I tried to explain in total in this example. That's why this is intended only to the class or to a class in which somehow is a bit advanced. But for us teachers, we may be able to tweak it a bit and explore on how we let our other students understand them, particularly those who are teaching students that are not so advanced. Okay, now, another strategy for vocabulary teaching is what we call the context clue strategy. We teach students to infer meanings from surrounding words. Example, the arid desert received very little rain. If you are going to look at it by the context of having that strategy, context clues, what clues could be seen in the given example is that with this statement, very little rain. So what does it signify if you have seen that statement? It simply means that there's no enough rain, so it means arid. Arid means dry. Okay? And word mapping strategy, another strategy for vocabulary is word mapping strategy. For example, the word given is happy, and then synonymous terms for the word happy is joyful, cheerful, and delight. And antonyms of the word happy are sad, gloomy, and then what are the related words with the word happy? We have smile and delight. Okay, so here come the different teaching strategies that we have in vocabulary teaching. The first one that I have put here is what we call the explicit instruction. The second one is semantic mapping. The third one is prayer model. The fourth one is vocabulary notebooks. And the fifth one is interactive games. So if you do have students who are unruly in the class somehow, we may integrate or use the last one, which is interactive games, because somehow it is captivating on the part of the students. Now, what could probably be the recommended learning activities for our students? So I have here a continuous process. So I have put here context clue. For example, we have the scavenger hunt. And then another one is what we call the vocabulary charades. And then another one is the most common, which is the word of the day, and matching games, and digital quizzes. For the demonstration activity, for example, we have the model word innovative. The meaning of the word innovative is introducing new ideas. So students create sentences and identify real-life examples. So this is a bit complex on the part of the students. That's why you have to be very specific when it comes to giving your instructions to all our students so that they will be able to understand what you are trying to, what you are asking them to do for this specific activity. So in conclusion, the topic vocabulary or strong vocabulary instruction promotes confident communication, reading comprehension, and lifelong learning. So now we're going to look at the way how these strategies are integrated in our classrooms.